There's warm weather for tomorrow, but will it stick around for your weekend?
And a look into the progress on renovating Hewitt Hall.
Plus, Super Dirt Week rolls into Oswego with a parade through downtown.
WTOP 10 Nightly News starts now.
Of a brand new academic building.
It's going to be an absolutely extraordinary building.
When it's finished, Hewitt will be home to over half of the college's School of Communication, Media, and the Arts programs. Amy Enright, the campus's project coordinator, says she's most looking forward to the positive impact.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm Thomas Caffarella.
And I'm Jacqueline Driggs.
The 50th annual running of Super Dirt Week is returning to the Oswego Speedway. A downtown parade at noon today featured dirt car racing machines going through the streets of Oswego in preparation for the event. The long week racing at the Speedway will kick off tomorrow afternoon at 3:30 p.m.
The event will feature 250 dirt car racing machines with a $400,000 guaranteed prize money. NASCAR veterans Kenny Schrader and Kenny Wallace will also be in attendance, running a new race. More than 30,000 fans are expected to attend this weekend. DJs, live music, and concessions will be available for all attendees.
And today is Coffee with a Cop Day, meant to encourage positive relations between police and the communities they serve. Local police mark the occasion with different events for the public outreach events here on campus. University Police offered free coffee and donuts this morning in Marano Campus Center from 9 to 11. The City Oswego Police Department celebrated the day too at Riverwalk Coffee Roasters. There, the police met with community members to chat with police and munch on pastries.
Today is Warrant Wednesday for the Oswego City Police Department, who are looking for 10 individuals. They tweeted a list of their top 10 most wanted this afternoon. Since then, one individual is arrested and crossed off the list. The crimes of the individuals include criminal contempt, criminal possession of a weapon. Oswego Police are requesting anyone with information to contact them.
October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. The student organization 2.5 sponsored a walk called the Walk of Shame to help raise awareness for students. WTOP 10 reporter Melinda Brancato was at the event last night to speak with participants and organizers.
Something everyone knows, like sexual assault is such a heavy topic. So from people learning about how you could be sensitive to it, or like, and how you could learn like consent and
Toronto Campus Center and ended at Oneida Hall, where the first sexual assault case was reported on campus.
Check your emails, Oswego students. The Student Association is asking for input on what artists students want to see perform at Ozfest. A survey is linked in the email where students can choose artists of different genres, including country, rap, and pop. The deadline to fill out the form is October 14th.
If you spent any time in the academic quad this semester, you've probably noticed that the renovation of Hewitt Hall is well underway. WTOP 10 Natalie Barden takes us inside the building to give us a sneak peek.
Each day of work on Hewitt Hall brings the SUNY Oswego campus one day closer to the completion of a brand new academic building.
It's going to be an absolutely extraordinary building.
When it's finished, Hewitt will be home to over half of the college's School of Communication, Media, and the Arts programs. Amy Enright, the campus's project coordinator, says she's most looking forward to the positive impact the space will have on students.
Spaces impact your life. And so having this be renovated and rejuvenated and beautiful and light and bright will just make that four-year college experience that much better.
The project is in its final phase. The previous phases, planning and design, involved frequent meetings with SCMA faculty for their input on what to include in the new spaces. Jeff Bradbury, an audio design professor, says he feels the plans will benefit students.
I think it's really going to be a game changer as far as, being able to teach what I teach and especially I think it's going to be a game changer for the student experience because the students are going to love these spaces.
When Hewitt is finished, communication studies, cinema and screen studies, and graphic design classes will be under one roof. Bradbury says he thinks this will build a sense of community among students and faculty.
That kind of a feeling rubs off on people, inspires people to do more and be more and so yeah, I think that's going to be really awesome.
Interior renderings of Hewitt by Canon Design show an open, bright common space and 2 floors of studios, labs, and classrooms. Exterior renderings show glass walls and a new courtyard. But for now, this fence, and a few years, is all that separates students from the future of learning at SUNY Oswego. Natalie Barden, WTOP 10.
Enright says the building will be open for classes in the fall of 2025.
Plans for the renovation of a local building are on hold. The basement of the Roy C. McRobey Civic Center of Oswego has an estimated price tag of $83,600. Local council members voted 3-2 to delay the renovation to turn the space into a new salmon fishing museum. The council says they will tour the facility next week before making any further decisions.
The Train Up North is a documentary about Oswego's connection with the Underground Railroad, and the directors have roots in SUNY Oswego. Joey Kahanshadine and Sally Becker are creators of the documentary. As a part of their broadcasting class, they were tasked with creating a 10 to 12-minute documentary. The two students take you on a journey to show you the importance of Oswego during the abolitionist movement. It is available to watch on YouTube.
Governor Kathy Hochul announces the New York State Canal Corporation has named one of their vessels the Harriet Tubman, 200 years after her birth. Tubman is recognized as a self-sacrificing abolitionist, a Civil War hero and nurse. The vessel will sail on the canalway that brought freedom to many and spearheaded women and men in escaping enslavement. A ceremony on the Genesee River was held in honor and celebration of the new vessel.
Nearly 50 Amazon workers are suspended with pay tonight in Staten Island. That's according to Connor Spence, one of the suspended workers. Spence says the fire broke out at the warehouse on Monday afternoon, and the day shift workers were sent home with pay. When the night shift workers arrived, Spence says they were told to work. Nearly 100 people walked out on the job because they said it was too difficult to breathe due to smoke. An Amazon spokesperson says the fire department deemed the building safe. Here in Oswego, we had some warmer weather today.
Storm Team 10 meteorologist Samantha Carlson is here in the studio. Samantha, what can we expect for the rest of the week?
Well, for tonight, it's going to be a little bit cooler and clear. And tomorrow is going to be once again a little above average with warmer weather. But as the week goes, as get closer to the weekend, a cold front comes in and brings some rain early into your weekend, but dries out for the beginning of next week. I'll have more on this after the news.
Thank you, Samantha. Coming up next on WTOP 10 Nightly News, a student is charged for murder at a university.
And the monkeypox vaccine is more accessible in the U.S.
I'm Megan.
And I'm Donna.
And this is the Seneca Show. Grab your low-rise jeans because we're taking it back to the 2000s.
Let's go, girls.
Uggs and low-rise jeans.
Together.
One of the boys. Boy.
Sorry, it's my agent. He told me that you're canceled.
Shebangy, shebangy, shebangy.
Welcome to the burial ground. Must see also and all of sports entertainment.
Welcome back to the Kind of Lake Show, where we talk about anything and everything going on in our lives and yours.
Well, my birthday was November 13th, so it's been quite some time.
I think at the end we saw him get up.
I did that. I can't.
It's a winner, and I did bring a sweater for everyone.
There you go! I know your dreams. You started the paper throwing, just the immaturity. You lost before you even argued.
Pretty insane that the Clippers, 10 of the last 11 postseasons, they're in there.
Welcome back. I'm meteorologist, WTOP 10 meteorologist Samantha Carlson, and for tonight it's going to be another cool one, but not much difference in the temperature change. Partly cloudy and nice and cool with temperatures in the low 50s. So if you're going to go out tonight, you're definitely going to need a little bit of a jacket, as it is a little bit crisp out there with the nice, but at least it's nice and clear. For tomorrow, we're going to warm back up into the 70s and way above average for this time of year. You can take it and go outside, enjoy the walk, because by the early weekend, it's going to get cool, and it's going to get cool, and you're going to need more of a jacket. You're going to need rain gear as it goes on. But as for your coffee, since it's warm, you might want to go for that iced coffee, as it will be warm, and to keep you a little bit cooler out there as for your day and keep you awake. But for your 7-day, expect, like I said, rain coming in early for your weekend on Friday, and the temperatures are going back to more fall-like for the beginning of the week, with temperatures around 60 degrees and lows even colder than for tomorrow night. So definitely going to maybe even turn up that heat as temperatures are getting colder throughout the week.
Thank you, Samantha. Jimin Shah, a junior at Purdue University, is charged with the murder of his roommate. The victim, a senior named Vernu Manish Chaheda, was reported to have died due to multiple sharp force traumatic injuries. In the video of his arrest, Jimin Shah is asked why he committed the crime. Shah paused for a moment and responded only with, "I love my family," and continued to repeat the comment. Shah is in custody without a set bond.
From the Purdue Police Department and Purdue University, our hearts go out to the victim and his family and friends and anybody who knew him or anybody who he may have touched in his life. This is extremely sad and unfortunate for us today, and I can't even imagine what his family is going through at this time.
The Department of Health and Human Services is making the monkeypox vaccine more accessible. More providers can now administer the vaccine. Providers such as dentists, vets, and more can now offer the vaccine, along with smallpox and other orthopox vaccines. An agency official says they made the move to help increase equal access to those at high risk of the virus.
A growing number of Iran's youth have joined the nationwide anti-government protests. The uprising is a part of a national movement caused by the death of Masha Amani, a 22-year-old woman who died in the custody of the country's morality police. This religious propaganda song, released by the Iranian government with a tribute to former Quds Force Commander General Qassem Soleimani, was killed in a U.S. drone strike. It is also a pledge of allegiance to the supreme leader and the ideology. Critics of the regime say it's a part of the effort to indoctrinate the next generation to carry out the Islamic Revolution. But that generation is now rising up, saying enough to repression and demanding rights they've never known. In Tehran, spontaneous outbursts of defiance on Tuesday. Young girls on the streets waving their headscarves and chanting "Death to the dictator." And now familiar "Women, Life, Freedom" slogan with the protest, with cars honking their horns with support. More and more video emerging of the teenage schoolgirls now joining in the protest. In the video, the girls remove their headscarves and chase an official out of the school, throwing
women who've been at the forefront of the nationwide protest.
Younger students continue to join the ongoing fight for women's rights in Iran. Despite violent government crackdowns, it is clear protesters seem intent on exposing the weakness and corruption within their government with no sign of stopping.
Find out all the rage about what are some calling Crocktober.
And a new study looks into how eating late at night may affect our waistlines.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
Our son Arjun was born with cystic fibrosis. CF is a genetic disease that shortens lives. When the foundation was founded in 1955, children with CF rarely lived long enough to attend kindergarten. Today, thanks to the foundation's groundbreaking research, advocacy, and care, some people with CF are attending college, getting married, and starting families. We've made amazing progress, but until a cure is found for all people with CF, we will not stop. Help us add tomorrows. Visit cff.org today.
Is there a danger hiding in your home? Unused opioid medicines could harm your family. Find your unused opioid pills, patches, or syrups and learn how to dispose of them safely at fda.gov/drug disposal.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Nightly News. Here's your health and consumer report. The major shoe company Crocs is celebrating their 20th anniversary this year. In light of the milestone, the company is giving away thousands of Crocs throughout the month of October, calling the event Croctober. To have the chance to win a free pair of Crocs, you just need to join the Crocs Club and opt in for the email.
One of the most famous brands of canned pressed meat, Spam, is on track for an 8th straight year of record sales. With the help of TikTok, the product has been reinvented in recent years. The company reports they can't produce enough Spam to meet the demand. Even fine dining restaurants are using the product as a key ingredient in their recipes.
Buying a car. It's one of life's big expenses, and it's growing increasingly tougher to afford one. Experts say the car market isn't coming down to normal levels anytime soon. Here's a closer look on what you can expect with auto part shortages, high demand, and soaring interest rates, all driving up car prices.
Interest rates, all driving up car prices.
That means you can't find what you want, and you're going to pay more for it if you can.
And experts say if you've been waiting to buy a new or used car, don't expect the car market to come down to normal levels anytime soon. Experts say companies and dealers have little incentives to take action to bring down costs.
There aren't many new cars available. Toyota, others have said they just don't have a lot of supply. They're really scarce. And the used cars are incredibly highly priced.
New car prices hit a record in August, up 30% over the last 3 years. And used car prices are still up 48% from August of 2019.
Meanwhile, Americans are holding on to their cars longer and longer. According to the S&P Global Mobility, the average car on America's roads today is over 12 years old.
9 out of 10 adults think that the U.S. is in a mental health crisis, according to a new poll by CNN. More than half of participants say mental health issues among kids and teenagers is a crisis. They say severe mental health illnesses in adults is also a crisis. In 2020, mental health-related visits to emergency rooms increased by over 30% among adolescents.
Many think eating later in the day causes weight gain, but a new study may prove them right. A study by Boston's Brigham and Women's Hospital compared participants who ate the same food but at different times of the day. Results found that eating later in the day leads to increased appetite. It can also make a significant difference in how our bodies burn calories and build fat. And if you're looking for the latest in Laker sports, look no further than WTOP 10's Thomas Tallarino.
Thomas, what can the Laker fans look forward to for the rest of the week?
Thanks, guys. Coming up, we take a look at 2 soccer games the Lakers played in today. And did Aaron Judge make history last night? Tune in and see on WTOP 10 News.
Each day of work on Hewitt Hall brings the SUNY Oswego campus one day closer to the completion of a brand new academic.
This job looks perfect. It says you need a high school diploma. You've got one of those, right?
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
I got that.
Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Major Discussions is the new show that explores the stories of students right here on campus. I personally came here to SUNY Oswego for the broadcasting program because I love to hear people's stories and to do work just like this.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm Tommy Tellerino with your Wednesday night sports report. We are starting out with some Lakers field hockey. Last night, the field hockey team was defeated by St. John Fisher in a 2-1 defensive effort. Casey Simser scored 4 minutes into the second quarter for a Lakers lead going into the half. This was her 12th goal on the year. The Cardinals would answer right back, though, with 2 goals in the first 5 minutes in the second half, and they would keep this lead for the rest of the game. Oswego is going to look to get back on track Saturday in an away SUNYAC matchup against Cortland. Kicking it to some soccer now. The Oswego women's soccer team traveled to Geneseo for a SUNYAC conference matchup earlier tonight. After 90 minutes, this one ended in a no-goal draw. Geneseo brought some offensive pressure, though, with 12 shots, but Oswego's defense stood strong, with Perry Anderson being a brick wall in net with 3 saves. The Lakers are still sitting at 3rd in the SUNYAC and are looking for their 8th win on the season this Saturday at Plattsburgh. The men's soccer team also took on the Geneseo Knights today right here at Laker Turf. This one ended in a 2-2 draw, but was nothing short of exciting. The shots were flying in this one, as we saw a combined 33 shots, and the Lakers were led by Kieran Gilroy and Ha-Jun Lee. Oswego's record is now 4-5-2 on the year, and they have 4 more SUNYAC games to close out their season. Down to Queens now. The New York Mets get the series win against the Nationals, but lose the NL East they lose the NL East pennant against the Atlanta Braves. The Mets are now a lock for the 4 seed as the top wild card spot in the National League, and they will host the San Diego Padres for a best-of-3 game wild card series. Lucky for the Mets, if all 3 games are necessary, they will all be played in New York. The first game starts Friday night at 7 o'clock. Now, we're going to take a look at the Yankees and Rangers. as we see Aaron Judge here. Is he going to break history? The first at bat in this doubleheader. And all rise, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Judge breaks the home run record in the AL. That is his 62nd home run of the year. He breaks Roger Maris's American League record of 61 home runs in a season. His parents are there to witness this. There's his mom jumping up in joy. This is broken 61 years after Maris broke Ruth's record. Judge is going to walk into the postseason with a .311 average, 62 home runs, 131 RBIs, and he now has just broken history. Congrats to that man. He is now sitting at a high leverage position, going into free agency, looking for a big-time contract. But Garrett Cole also made team history in this one. He gets his 249th strikeout of the year. He's going to end the season with a 13-8 record. But Stanton, look at this one. He hits a moonshot right to left center field. That is his 31st home run on the year, 420 feet dead center, and he uses the might of Zeus to hit that one out. But Texas would answer right back. Leody Taveras takes Garrett Cole yard, 2-run shot to put the Rangers up. Rangers are going to win this one 3-2, but more importantly, the Yankees clinch a second seed in the AL playoffs. This one is going to be against either the Rays or the Guardians. We'll be right back after the break.
Now it is time for Black Card Revolt. Like, what's this apology about now?
At least that's what I feel like. I don't know. I thought it was cute.
I thought it was too.
Yeah. Okay, so what about this black lace ensemble?
You did a little song.
Yeah, I see it.
You did a little something. Yes.
I'm gonna figure it out.
Breathe for the flag. Yeah.
Megan.
And I'm Donna.
And this is the Seneca Show. Grab your low-rise jeans because we're taking it back to the 2000s.
Let's go, girls.
Uggs and low-rise jeans.
Together.
One of the boys. Boy.
Sorry, it's my agent. He told me that you're canceled.
Shebang.
Welcome back to the kind of late show where we talk about anything and everything going on in our lives and yours.
Well, my birthday was November 13th, so it's been quite some time.
I think at the end we saw him get up.
I did.
It's a winner, and I did bring you sweater for everyone. There you go! I know.
You started the paper throwing, just the immaturity. You lost before you even argued.
Pretty insane that the Clippers, 10 of the last 11 postseasons, they're in there.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Nightly News. And to end your night, a cat in Michigan is growing its way right into the record books. Everybody I'd like to meet Ferner, an 18.8 inches tall. The Guinness World Book of Records says he is the largest living domestic cat in the world. His owner, Dr. William Powers, says that despite Ferner's size, he still likes to be held like a baby. And can you believe that? An 18-inch cat. That's absurd.
That is crazy. I've heard of big cats, but not tall cats.
I know, like, large cats, fluffy cats, but never tall?
Never tall.
Well, anyway.
One very unique cat, that's for sure.
Oh, very much so. So tell me about sports.
So we got a couple Laker matchups coming up this week, but one to look out for is men's soccer. They're hosting a game Saturday at 1 o'clock. Tune in on WTOP 10 streams.
All right. And that's our report for tonight. Be sure to stay tuned for Perspective Entertainment.
Thank you for watching, everyone, and have a great night.